This is News Director Bob Allman. My guest for this weekend's edition of Community Focus is the CEO of the West Ohio Food Bank. Linda Hamilton joins me in studio less than 6 months into her tenure as the director of the local agency, an agency which is the largest food distribution system in Western Ohio, collecting, warehousing, distributing food for 11 area counties. Linda, thanks so much for joining us. How's the job going so far?
Thank you, Bob. It's going great. I've really had the opportunity to work with a lot of community volunteers, work with staff, our board members, as well as our partner agencies in the 11 counties. It really has been a great experience. And for me, it's amazing. I've really learned how large of an organization this is, and what's even more important, the impact that we have at a local level in working with our partner agencies.
How many partner agencies do you help to provide food for in that 11 county area?
We have over 100 agencies, and I know just since the time that I've been here, we've really been trying to get out into communities and being able to really grow that number. For example, we just had an opportunity working with a local church, and they had been doing sort of a food pantry on their own, sort of at a limited basis, but a lot of the volunteers, what they were doing was, looking in the newspaper, looking at sort of where all the ads are as to how they could take their dollars and sort of stretch those. And once having sort of a conversation with them, they were already doing a lot of the paperwork, working with the clients. And so they've been able to find, working with us, they'll be able to take those dollars, be able to order online with us instead of driving all over the community trying to find the best deals, and really be able to stretch those dollars more.
How does the West Ohio Food Bank do what it does?
Well, we are part of a national organization called Feeding America, as well as we are one of 12 Ohio food banks. So we have an Ohio Association of Food Banks that's located in Columbus, and they, on our behalf, advocate at the state, local level, as well as the federal level, to be able to assist us in getting additional dollars that we are able to, especially through the ACP, which is the agricultural program, that we're able to get a lot of produce that we are able then to, with just a shared maintenance fee, be able to pass on to all of our agencies. That ultimately gets nutritious food on the tables of those in need. We also are a part of the Ohio Department of Job and Family Services that really assists and helps with our senior program. So we're very excited that we can really work with Job and Family Services in getting food boxes out to our seniors to really supplement what they're able to get on a monthly basis.
Linda Hamilton from the West Ohio Food Bank, my guest for Community Focus this weekend. We hear a lot the term food insecurity, and I think that may be more perhaps politically correct than to be hungry. How big of a problem is food insecurity in this area, and who's affected by it?
We really, the food insecurity, as you said, are those really that do not have enough nutritious food to put on their table. And many of those can, it's our young, it's our children. There was just a SNAP report that came out that used to be considered the old food stamps. And what they found is that those youth that are able to have additional food, or at least just have food, whether it's, before school, during the summer, on the weekends, that they've been able to have better scores in school on testing if they're able to, make sure that they've got enough food. So again, the young and the old, our seniors that are out there, it can be men or women. It's people, working and those looking for work. I think, we talk about the working poor. So it's not just people that are lazy. That face of our client is not just somebody that's lazy, that's sitting at home trying to get something free. These are actually individuals, family members that are really working. Could be someone that, had an unfortunate circumstance. It could be, again, rural, urban, families, individuals from all ethnic and racial backgrounds.
We want to talk specifically, as time allows, about some of the programs that you offer, of the many which are available through the food bank. First of all, the Senior Box program. What is that?
Right. That is for individuals that are 60 and older, and they fall below that 130% of poverty. So that is something that we are able to, within the 11 counties, this is through Job and Family Services, we're limited on the number of senior boxes that we're able to get out to our seniors, but we always want to make sure if we have anybody that's in need, they always are able then to go to our other partner agencies, any of our food banks, emergency shelters, or can at least get some a general assistance for that.
And the backpack program is one that assists students that I know is growing in popularity.
This is really growing. And as the SNAP report showed, that it's important for kids to have, not be hungry, to be able to feel as though they've got full stomachs when they're going in and being tested. But this is something that what we do is on a Friday evening that the schools determine who qualifies. So many of the students that are on free and reduced lunch are able to really get 6 meals for the weekend. And some, it depends on the school. Some, this is just at the elementary level. Some are able to do it from elementary through high school, but they're able to take meals home. The unfortunate piece is that we know that many of the kids that are taking those home, not every student in the family might be able to get that backpack program, but so they are sharing the 6 meals with their siblings, with their families, and when you really look at it, it's not a lot of food to be able to share with the whole family.
And another of the initiatives that I know is increasing in popularity, the effort to find fresh fruits and vegetables for folks in need.
That's right. Really, I think as we know, even when we go to the grocery store ourselves, when you go out, it's easier, cheaper to buy a lot of snacks, probably a lot of foods that are not as nutritious. When you're really looking at that fresh produce, that really begins to add up. And so that's being a part of the Ohio Association, and thanks to many of our local farmers. We work with Cooper Farms. They were able to, this holiday season, have been able to get us turkeys. We've been working with Miller Poultry. They've been able to get us chickens just last week, as well as a lot of the fruits and vegetables that we're able to get in, and really we were able to get to our agencies then that are able to distribute that free to all of our clients.
Donations go a long way at the West Ohio Food Bank. If I donate $1 to you today, how many meals will that provide?
For $1, we're able to provide 8 meals. And sometimes I think that's difficult to understand. So here's a sort of scenario. If you go out into the grocery store and buy a case of, let's say, 12 jars of peanut butter, that'll probably cost $24 or more for that. We at the West Ohio Food Bank, for our agencies, they are able to purchase that same case of 12 jars of peanut butter for $1.60. And so your dollars, when you're donating to the West Ohio Food Bank, really are able to be stretched much further and provide more food on the tables of those in need in our communities.
How extreme is the need for volunteers, not just during the holiday season, but throughout the year, Linda?
Yeah, volunteers are key to our success. We do not have enough staff to be able to do the work that is necessary. So anywhere from looking at board members, we've just this week, really every evening, we've had from high school groups to corporate groups come in, to even just church groups or even bowling groups that have come in and just want to volunteer their time.
And the need for food, the need for funds, the need for volunteers will not come to an end when the holiday season does, will it?
That's right. This is a very busy time, and while we are gracious and so thankful for the many generous donors, again, whether it's financial or actually coming in volunteering or bringing in food or hygiene products, it really is, hunger is around 24/7 throughout the year. And so while we greatly appreciate that, as we head into January, February, and especially in the summer months, I think we all get so busy, we're planning our own vacations, we forget about that hunger is year-round.
If somebody would like more information on the food bank, how do they get it?
Well, you can go to our website. That'd be the easiest, at WOFB.org, or you can give us a call at 419-222-7946. And we're also located, while we do serve 11 counties, our office and distribution center is at 1380 East Kibbe Street in Lima.
My guest for this weekend's edition of Community Focus, West Ohio Food Bank CEO Linda Hamilton. Linda, thanks for joining us, and I'm sure we'll talk again.
Great. Thanks, Bob.